It's time for your tropical outlook. So here's the latest. Invest 93L, that area of low pressure located near Louisiana, is slowly drifting west-northwest, and in doing so will bring copious amounts of rain to Bayou country. In fact, over a foot could fall. That after we saw pockets of rain amounting to between 8 and 9 inches in parts of our area earlier this week. That same system will be moving northward, and this is where it gets interesting, at least from our perspective. After it floods out the bayous and works into parts of the mid-south, it's actually going to start to do a loop-the-loop and come back, offering us a round 2 of heavy rain chances early next week. This is how it works. While the surface low and its identity as a low-pressure system will die out as it weakens, its core, that tropical moisture traceable by looking at humidity levels, like in this map, those dark blue and then almost cyan light blue colorations indicating the deepest tropical humidity, that will be traceable up through Mississippi, and then it'll push east into Georgia and then back down into north and central Florida by the early and middle part of next week, doing a full loop around the south before it heads back over the Gulf and back toward Louisiana by the end of next week. Now, loop-the-loops like this are somewhat uncommon. Typically, moisture from systems gets ejected out into the Atlantic and carried away by weather systems. But in this case, it's trapped. In fact, some of the long-range models have this do a third loop-the-loop, coming right back around, a third round of rain, I should say, in a second loop-the-loop. And that could bring heavy rain straight through the end of July. Now, important to remember, this will not be a widespread flood event when it comes back for more next week, but it will provide the atmosphere required for spotty flash flooding, where when it rains with our typical afternoon thunderstorms, it will pour, and it will be directly traceable to the remnant moisture from Invest 93L. That is significant. I mean, look at these computer models. The spaghetti models have this go up through Louisiana, all the way up into Arkansas, loop back across Georgia, Mississippi, and Tennessee, and then all the way back down into North Florida. Now, if you look back in history, about 21 years ago, 2004, Hurricane Ivan did something very similar. Now, that was a hurricane, and it made landfall as a very strong hurricane, but it moved inland, it looped all the way back, brought rain to Florida, and then went back over the Gulf. It was known as Ivan the Terrible. Now, this is no hurricane, totally different animal. In fact, the Hurricane Center is only giving this about a medium 30% chance to become a tropical depression before it moves onshore. But again, it's going to lose its discernible tropical circulation, tropical low pressure, and eventually its name, Invest 93L. That'll be lost, but its moisture core will be traceable as it moves all the way back to Florida by the beginning and middle of next week, producing a lot of rain for our region. One thing we'll not be in short of this month is rain. So that's the latest, heavy rain and flooding. That's your tropical update.